Now, my mates have a pub in Euroa, and I may have mentioned it before, called the Seven Creeks. They also have the Northie, the Great Northern. I think it's the Great Northern, but I'm not sure. No, it's called the Northie, which is very much a locals pub. It's only got a public bar at the moment, I think. Anyway, there is a point to the story, there really is. It's just that Annie Mann, who she and her family own the Euroa Seven Creeks, asked me for this recipe because her sister-in-law was very keen on it and had lost the recipe, and I'd forgotten all about this. But it used to be one of my very, 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 very favourite salads. So I thought I would make it for you. It was on the show, I reckon, about 20 years ago. Maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe it was even longer. And it's a Mexican salad sort of thing. And it's created by a man called John Ash, who I have no idea who John Ash is. So if you're sitting out there, John, and I've stolen your recipe, my apologies. Anyway, the first thing about it is there's some lovely corn in it, and you just remove it from the kernels. Now, it has to be fresh, please. Don't get all excited and buy some frozen stuff. So you remove it from the kernels, you toss it in a tray in olive oil and some seasonings, and then you roast it in the oven until it's well coloured. Well, you can see it's got some colour there. And you're very careful about the tray because it's very hot. So that's about, I would say off the top of my head, about 3 or 4 large cobs of corn. Next, some fresh coriander. Good 2 tablespoons, I would say, off the top of my head. Well washed, of course. And we'll throw that in there, and I'll just also get rid of that big bit of stalk. And what I've got here too is half a can of black turtle beans. I think they're black turtle beans, but they're black beans anyway, not the Asian ones. And I have rinsed those really well. I've also got about half a punnet of cherry tomatoes, which I've quartered. 1 very large avocado, which I've diced. Now, I should never do this with the knife, and I keep telling people not to do it themselves, and then I do it. 3 spring onions, and about 3 pieces of roasted capsicum, which I bought from the deli. So that's the salad itself. Now, if this is for 1 or 2, I'm going to eat my hat because it's a little. You're going to have to invite some friends over, guys. You really are. A couple of tablespoons of very finely chopped red onion and 2 chilies very finely sliced. 1 nice plump clove of garlic. Now, you can't say that's not a plump clove of garlic, that one. Crushed, of course. To that we then add about 3 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, which should be, I would say off the top of my head, if the limes are nice, about 2 limes. Oh yes, they could. A good tablespoon of honey. Now, Ruth bought this balaclava bees. Lovely. There's nothing better than local honey, is it? Just has a different flavour to it. 1/4 cup of olive oil and about 3 tablespoons of fresh orange juice. Just squeeze it, please. Don't use the ball. Now that's 1 tablespoon. I think I'm kidding myself, aren't I? You know, the sporting events, do they still? When I was a kid, your mothers always took turns in doing the oranges for half time. Do they still do that? Oh, that was one of the main reasons I liked going to sporting events. It's hopeless, isn't it? Just hopeless. Right, let's dress this. Don't put it all in. You can always add some more. Oh, I meant to show you how to take the pip out of the avocado, and you know why? I thought everyone knew how to do that, but I've forgotten. But I saw a thing about a plastic surgeon recently, and one of the main complaints she had, the people that came in to things fixed, were people who had cut themselves when taking the pip out of an avocado. Oh, I didn't realise that it was that hard. Next time I'll show you, all right? I just thought everyone knew. Obviously not. Now, let's just have a taste, because I haven't put any salt and pepper in here. There is a chili pepper, of course. Oh, God. I have, no wonder she asked for the recipe. That is a ripper. Now, to go with it, What about a cocktail? Hey? I love these fresh pineapples. I really do. I'll just get a fresh knife. I don't think I need one that I've been cutting chilies and things with. And I've got that pineapple there. Just a nice thick slice of that. Don't think I need all of that, to be honest. I'll save a bit of that. So a few pieces of pineapple. And I've got a measuring cup here. 15 mils of sugar syrup. Now you know how to make sugar syrup. Equal quantities of sugar and water, and you cook it until the sugar dissolves. So 15 mils of that. 30 mils of your top shelf tequila. Please use your best tequila for this one. About 15 mils of fresh lime juice. And there is a secret ingredient that comes next. I haven't done it yet, I'm hiding it from you. From my dear mate Jock, who's the ice cream king, what I have is coconut and lime ice cream, which will just be brilliant in this. Instead of putting ice in it, I love his stuff. He's a master. A couple of good scoops of that. Let's just whip that up. Oh, Ian, forget the cooking. I should be a cocktail barman. I've got one cocktail. Now, let's just arrange a rather large salad for one or two. I think I've done well today, actually. I'm patting myself on the back. I'm getting a bit excited here, aren't I? But that salad is beautiful, and so is that bloody cocktail. I mean, that is really good food.